Welcome to the Wake Up Call, podcast that dives into experiencing the power of interior forgiveness and the beauty of awakening to who you truly are in Christ. For more about Dylan or the One Silent Mind community, visit onesilentmind.com.
Very good. Welcome everyone to episode 1 of this new podcast. I'm here with Diana Markin today, and Diana has spent her life to living the teachings of Jesus and interior forgiveness. I first met Diana in David's community, Living Miracles, and we both have had a very deep journey going inwards with this experience of interior forgiveness for the renewal of the mind. And Diana, we have a very charged subject today: money and divine providence.
Yeah, that's a good
So
one.
how about we start off by going into what that means to the world and reperceiving it all?
Yeah, that's like first of all, thank you for introduction. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure. I love this subject. I live it, love it. Uh, Still continue to love it. And I have to say, like, it continues to be like something to like. I continue to discover it as I go about it. So I also like like I hope like so I use this even like today's talk for the purpose of exploration further, like for a deeper exploration of what it means to like live forgiveness, what it means to live the message of A Course in Miracles. Like, because my path is A Course in Miracles, forgiveness as introduced in A Course in Miracles. So I haven't had any other paths. So although I'm familiar with other paths, and I have a lot of different friends from different paths, and like non-duality, like all types of traditional non-duality, because A Course in Miracles is a non-dual path. Also, I have Buddhist friends, and all the ones that I consider my close, like my people. I call them my people. Uh, I think we like the thing is that we can only connect on the basis of what I call forgiveness and what I call oneness, what I call the beatitude of the teachings. It's never through theology, but it's like I am going to point out that there's lots of paths like to this one place, so to speak, to this call it field, call it forgiveness, call it oneness, and it's a vibration, call it good vibrations. Uh, but it's like, but A Course in Miracles is one of those paths, and and I'm on it, and it's mine, and so and that's my path into the field, so to speak, call it like into the field, into an experience. And I also want to like mention that forgiveness and the path of awakening. I love to use the term of awakening, like you can call it enlightenment, you can call it uh well awakening. I love awakening. I like I use that term a lot. And again, it's awakening through forgiveness for me, awakening through A Course in Miracles, awakening through forgiveness. And what I'm advocating, for the lack of a better term, that awakening is fun, that awakening is meant to be experiential. It's an experience. It's not an intellectual journey. It is an experience. It is an emotional experience, and I mean it in the most positive way. It is an adventure. Like I when I think awakening, when I think A Course in Miracles, especially awakening, I think to me it equals like I think um to me awakening equals adventure. So and my question is like every time I talk to someone, and sometimes it gets heavy because of all the past associations with the term forgiveness, and um uh, and I'm like, does it feel like, and intellect gets in the way, and it's like blah 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 blah, because like to know theology is not necessarily to know the experience. And my question, it oftentimes comes down, but how do you feel? Do you feel that you're on an adventure? And it's like, yeah. So then that means like then it comes back to then you don't know. Then I don't know. It's humbleness. Then and if you don't know, then it's an invitation to receive the answer. So it's a way of asking. So because like and it's like and that's the base because like my one of my favorite lessons from A Course in Miracles is I do not know what anything is for, and for me that's the base. Like it's just this is where everything is. It's the base, it's the foundation, and it's the base for guidance, it's the base for happiness, it's the base for abundance, it's the base for divine providence. So it's like without that it's almost like there's nowhere to go. So if anything, it's like this is the beginning, because like this I know it's like like technically that's what's meant to be undone. And it's like, and usually when there's like when turbulence happens, it's all on the basis of, well, you must think you know something. It's all on the basis I know something, but I know. And so and the like the goal is to come into a place of I do not know what anything is for, and the thing is to say it. It's nothing. It's like to just say it, like yeah, I don't know, but then it's like pushing and pushing and pushing, but to actually mean it, to come into that place, it's a place of surrender. Like non-duality uses the term surrender, but this is what it means. I do not know what anything is for. It's like to mean it is everything. It's like it's an instant relaxation. It's an instant asking. It's in a way it's a claim. Like I like wanting to know who you truly are. So and it's like and this is like you and I talked the other day. This is the main subject. Like waking up to uh our Christ identity. So, and it's like, and this is it. And so, and it's kind of cool because it's such an abstract theme and such a broad theme. But I also want to point out that everything is like everything that's being spoken here and that matters. It's all in within the context of waking up to your Christ identity, which is undoing, and it is through undoing of who you think yourself to be, undoing of intellect, undoing of like that other identity. So which it's like yeah. So because I think that's important. It's like which and again I can only speak through I'm speaking through my own angle, through the angle of A Course in Miracles and like living the teachings, living by demonstration, the teachings of A Course in Miracles. And yes, like you mentioned, yeah, we were able to zoom in on the theme of money, and then and therefore abundant, like divine providence, which is kind of like naturally they go hand in hand. And because I asked you what was if there was a theme around your circles, uh, something so that we can use for today's talk to make it practical, to make it applicable, to make it uh, tangible, for God's sakes, and to make it fun, you know? So, and it's like to make it the opposite of intellectual, because, what's the point of all the joy? What's the point of all this talk about God is love if we can't actually practically apply it right here, right now? And also, it was in my mind though, like today's ACIM lesson is mm, only salvation can be said to cure and technically that's the answer already, because I'm like, I think that's the theme, like that's it, like this is like that naturally it's like Jesus is giving us the answer already. Only salvation can be said to cure, so ultimately that is the answer. And the other day, like on the day um that you uh that you sent me that message, like asking to join in, I believe the message was I don't remember it was something alongside a sickness, and it was saying how sickness technically it's um sickness sickness is meant to isolate. That's its only purpose, is to isolate and thereby to irritate, to support the idea that you're something other than you are, something other than Christ, that you're in fact this fragile little being in isolation and different from the rest, different from the whole. So, and that's what it does, and I think that's so tangible. That's it's like God knows anybody who had like whoever struggled with sickness, like intense, like severe sickness, or even uh, physical sickness or emotional sickness, like emotional tribulations, like there's like this new trendy word trauma these days, but I'll try, like it's become trendy, so like I'm hesitant to use that word, but like emotional turbulation, let's say. The feeling is that I'm the only one. Like this is happening only to me. Like and naturally you're isolated, and this is what it's all for. Whether it's sickness, emotional, or physical, because there's such a thing as like emotional. In a way, it's all mental. And technically, I also mentioned on our call that where there's money, the lack of money, it ties oftentimes it ties into emotion, like emotional, something to do uh with the emotional realm. And technically, and again, it makes sense because like as I prayed about it, it's like money, like what is it? The lack of money, like what does it do? Like let's say like one continues to have this experience of lacking money, like to the extent that they can't like it's not subtle. It will take an emotional toll. It takes a strong emotional toll. And that's where it still it goes into like it is like then it is sickness technically, and it does isolate you. It's like you're different, like and it puts in a way like it's a restriction. I'm different from the rest. There's something I want to do that I can do. Like I'm like others have it, I don't, or like others don't have it, I do. And it's taken extremely personal, and it's like, and those maybe like not everybody thinks like that, but that's what happens. Uh, uh and uh and technically it's like it goes into sickness in a way. It is like it's on the basis of lack, and that's a form of sickness too. So and it's back to this it facilitates and like a strong emotional strain, like a psychological strain, and an emotional strain, and ultimately to even like and here we are, like we're and technically if sickness is isolation, to like coming together, joining is the healing, like as and this is what we're doing, and then technically it's like to exposing these things of like money, like the lack of money that is like that seems to be on the table, that is uh, in a way a little bit collective. That's a collective issue, because I have like people, like I have close friends who have expressed that, like, and that's interesting because they've expressed it in relation to depression, because like so much so that that is like it's like that's sickening. It's like we're talking. It's depressing. It's depressing, and it's like, and first things first, it's like we're like bring it up. All we can do is just mention it, address it, not pretend it doesn't exist, and it's also not to not make it real, that so much so that it's like there's no like technically like not making it, not strengthen it, and not denying it. Like to try to deny it like is also a way to strengthen it. And so because if it wasn't so scary, if it wasn't so terrible, why would there be a need to deny it? And so I think, and I feel like this is what we're doing here. Like if anything, is just like let's bring these issues to the light, like as a number one step to experience the light. So as a number one step towards true healing, it is just like to connect, to like to voice it for what it is, and then and let it be up, like and then also and ask, like through prayer. It's like Jesus, Spirit, what would you have us, you know what would you have us see? Like help me see what needs to be seen underneath things, so it can be released, so it can be healed. Like not just the symptoms, but at the core of it, like what is the issue? So, and again, it points to like that, back to I do not know what anything is for. And so, but also starting where like starting, not trying to ghost it and try like, oh, it's not about the money. I know it's not about the money. It's like, no, I don't know what it's about. Like this is the problem. Like let's like teach me of, like let like teach me that there's no lack through this experience, because surely I seem to be experiencing lack right here, and the restriction. And it's like, and again, like this lack of money underneath it, it's like it's a restriction, just like sickness. Just like sickness, what does it do to one's mind? What does it do to one's body? Is that is there not so much a body, but the mind. It's restrictive. It's again, it gives that sense of being restricted, like that sense of being stuck, that sense of being restricted from whatever it is, from whether it's the rest of the world, or like or from what you think you want to do, and ultimately from the joy. It's like, yeah, I want to be happy, da da da. But it's like ultimately the thought is like, I can't be happy. Like I can just relax and be happy because there's this restriction right there on my head, on my mind. And it's like, and that it's like it's like that, I feel like that's what needs to be healed. This belief in restriction, this belief in being, it's like it, and it's like, and this like, the universe, or the human experience altogether, that, and I feel like that's what's being offered. And again, uh that like this is it, because the experience of it is like, it is to be acknowledged, and it is painful. It's like one, like being in that, it's like no one's gonna say like, oh no, it's wonderful and I enjoyed it. Like it's just like, no, it's not a wonderful experience. It's not even subtle. It's painful. It's painful, like, and it's that, it's almost like you like, probably like, not only like you feel deficient, but you feel disabled on some level. Like you literally feel disabled, and it's just like, and it's the same thing with people who struggle with sickness, especially severe sickness. This is like, it's the same thing, that their feedback that they're giving, it's their report, that it like they can't move about, they can be, like they can be happy. Like how can you be happy when, when there's this, when there's such a struggle, when there's pain, so, and I think like, yeah, again, like to like just like to bring it up, and to like to bring it up and voice it for what it is, and name it for what it is part of the, uh part of the solution. Like to acknowledge it, because otherwise it feels like there could be like a game of waiting, almost uh like it shall pass, and it shall, like, and I assure you it shall pass. And in a way, like, but like it is temporary, like in my experience. And I mean, like I've like for the past few years, like I've been traveling, I've been out of communities. I've been out of the community. I've been so cold, for the lack of a better term, on my own. And it's just all been like a lot of movement, a lot of travels, and just staying, like living in like a different countries, different places, meeting different people of different backgrounds, and like with different social statuses, for what it's worth, which is kind of fun. And I'm like, it's like I've had it's like, and I can say that it's temporary. Like there are times when it's like I've had like literally like what you call like a worldly abundance, when and it's like you've had like a lot of money, like whatever you want, like this. It's all freely. It's just in terms of the money, like that, everything is available like that. And I'm like, this too, it is temporary. And then there's like there were times where I had to be extremely extra careful in terms of like each and every dollar. Like it's like how much I spent. That it's like to it's like to get like if I get an extra snack, it's like okay, that's also it's like I can get it, but it's like but also that's my transportation. It's like, and I had to think like that. It's like, and I was like, wow, and it was like so interesting. I'm like, it's like usually it's like I get an extra snack, it's just an extra snack. But it's like that's also a transportation. Must you like? It's like you gotta put that into I had to put that into consideration. And I was like, wow, this is it's like a contrast experience. It's like it's like, and now I'm into this and this is the way it is. And technically there's still funds and the means as to go about like what I'm meant to be doing, where I'm meant to be going. And yet there's that kind of precision of prayer. And right now I'm like, I can call it for what it is. Yeah, precision of prayer. It's like that's all there was like to it. And just like it's just like it's not it like that. It's nothing is an autopilot. It's like that was then, this is now. And it's like, and that extra vigilance in terms of the funds, specifically in terms of the money specifically, that was also temporary. That was that, but still that was necessary at a time too. And that too passed. But it's like, but in the end it's like like what I advocating for is like it is like uh to like what is it for, like maybe not to be casual, like because like these terms can be like thrown around like in a casual way. That too shall pass, it's nothing. And it's like drawing a blind eye over, instead of actually being so attentive to how do I feel, just because I can, just because there's spaciousness to be able to do that, not to make anything real, not to make a point, but just because that's part of the forgiveness process. And this is the ultimate barometer, that like in terms of uh that's the barometer. And not the ultimate, is actually, it says that it's the only barometer. And of course with miracles, it like it says your only barometer, not even the ultimate, not your main one. Your only barometer is how do you feel and what is it for. So and this is, it's like that's what it is. And it's like, and as for everything else, it's like, yeah, it is temporary. And even there's like, no matter what, like the most difficult, the most turbulent situations will pass. And there's like that's just the nature of love, but of life. But in ways, like through these, through so-called, like in like this, every moment is an opportunity to maybe like to discover something, to zoom in on something. And ultimately it doesn't have to be like what what I'm what I seem to be telling, like what I seem to be hearing myself like saying lately, specifically, it doesn't have to be that turbulent, you know? It absolutely doesn't need to be so intense that that you lose your mind, that like that you like it doesn't have to be that you go within, that you go to God only when you're about to get evicted. Like it really, it's being with God is fun, on a day-to-day basis. But the thing is, yeah, that the tolerance to pain is extremely high. There's extreme tolerance to pain, and I don't know if one can bypass like these extremes. But if nothing else, sometimes these extremes happen only to like only to turn within. It's almost like got you, like got your attention, but ultimately, like if something doesn't feel good, if there's a uh, subtle discomfort, like throughout, like on a day-to-day basis, these are all good pointers to turn within and to ask, like, to pray. Just like these are pointers to pray, and I mean, like it's such a joy. It's like it's such a it's not only joy, but it's in a way it's available to everybody, but it is a privilege to be able to have them, to be able to do that, and to have the spaciousness in the mind to actually to and it have and it's like, and it comes from a self permission, from a deeper, like from a permission within, uh and it's like, and it's something to be like exercised. That permission, that spaciousness is to be facilitated, and is to be exercised, like consciously, consciously, uh like a muscle. So because it's, again, that like it's nothing that anybody can do, can give you, although the symbols, symbolically, it can be reflected. Let's say, like you go to a spiritual community, where you have a one-to-one, and there could be this spaciousness available to feel in, to just, to or even like a trustworthy friend can ask you, listen, how do you feel? Wait a second, like how's your day? And you start going about your day, and it's like, let me tell you this and so and so cut me off, blah 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 blah, and you're like, oh, wait a second, how do you feel? How are you? Like what's happening? And so that permission can be like it can be reflected from the symbol, from the seeming symbols, but ultimately it is like it comes from within. You can only like give it to yourself like that. So, and it's like also like I feel like somehow this is like this is part of it too. It's just like this podcast, hopefully it would like it could serve as a pointer to just like just as a pointer to just come down, like come down, sit down, and don't even try, like I said, like don't even try to get anything, but just come down, and with the attitude, if it resonates, good. If it doesn't, don't think about it, but maybe one can just like rest and take a breath, like from the thought, from the experience. It's like, okay, it's not your fault. Honestly, whatever's happening with you, whatever it is that like you're dealing right now, whatever seems to be the issue, whether it's money, whether it's something emotional, whether it's work related, because because it's either financial or relational. Usually, that's pretty much it. Is that it? Like, which is like so. It's like, first of all, prior to getting into the gear of like let's fix this, just calm down, and first of all, try this one on. It's like, just know, like absolutely know this is not your fault. Like this is not your fault. And just like, and it's like, try resting in that. Just that's all. There, like sometimes like that, like this is like an initial step. Um, yeah. Mm, so I guess It's a bit of a bill.
Yeah, that's good because I've only had one job in this seeming experience, and when I left my job in 2017, Jesus is saying we need to get in touch with what's going on in the mind because underneath
Yeah.
the perception is this ring of fear, and this ring of fear is driving all of the actions of the world, and it's leading nowhere. So
And
we
I'm
need to.
glad you brought that up. I'm so like, oh, yay, because I like, this is gonna be fun, because I have some pointers. Cause after our initial call, like, I have some pointers, and I'm like, okay, I just trust that somehow it's all gonna land, like, through this joining. The ring of fear was in my mind, the very thing, and I'm like, how? It's like, how, like, because I'm like, how do you bring that up? Oh, and by the way, the ring of fear, everybody, so much fun. Yeah, yeah. Um, uh, but the thing is, and we're like, again, we're on the subject of forgiveness. We're on the subject of true forgiveness. We're on the subject of waking up to your Christ identity. And the thing is, yeah, the ring of fear is, thou shalt not, let me just say it like that, thou shalt not bypass the ring of fear. And we're on the subject of awakening being an experience rather than just an intellectual endeavor. And here comes the ring of fear, and it's like this is where, like, this this is just like, this is perceptual. This is not like an ultimate truth. But I seem to notice that this is where the struggle's at, like, in terms of like, and this is where, like, a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but maybe this is where the temptation oftentimes arises to quit or to switch path. Like, one walks and walks, and it's all fun and games, and there's the honeymoon period. There's always going to be that, and then we come upon, and then there's the resonance, because I think the thing with this, the ring of fear, why it's so threatening, maybe, like, is that, because when we're talking about the ring of fear, we're entering the practical application realm. We're entering, like, whatever path you're on, and we're talking, let's say, like, I'm talking from through the angle of A Course in Miracles. So, and why it can be so disturbing, like, to like to the ego, is that, like, to the intellect, like even, like, it's a better term, why it could be so disturbing to the intellect, because probably what was happening prior to that, there's a resonance, like, and it is authentic. Let's say you walk, like, you find these amazing teachings, and it's a kick, and it's like, wow, it just answered, like, every question I ever had. And you're doing the lessons, and you're reading the text, and it's like, yes, 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 there's this attitude of, like, yeah, yes, 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 this is what I said. It's like, yeah, like, that's what I said, that's what I say. So there's this resonance, and in a way, there could be, like those who are, like there could be even, a period of, teach that what you would learn, like, you talk about these high ideas, like, to strengthen them, like, within, to be like, so, like, and they're high, and it feels like high. It's like, it gives, like a legit healthy high. If you're gonna get high on it, on something, like, get high on, true thoughts. So, and then there's, like, this resonance, uh and then and it may be mixed up with, like, the experience, like, that's my experience, and yeah, this high resonance leads into, like, now, like, this is going to be strengthened through, you know practical application, and then this is where the, like, dissonance, like, it's like, whoa, but, like, as if something's got wrong, uh and it's like, yeah, get high, and then it's like, and then bring up what, like, doesn't, like, it's like, what doesn't belong, like, So and so there's so it's like there could be that, and then there's a temptation to like quit or stop or take a pause, take a break, or to switch paths, or to make a conclusion that this doesn't work. It's like, oh, it was going so well, and now like it doesn't work, but in fact it's working. It's actually that like that like the it's actually beautifully working, and it's time to it's time to for some practical application. And the ring of fear also to clarify that, because I'm not sure if it's like if it's used like overall, like this term, the ring of fear, because I'm not too sure, because I use it, but also I'm not like, because I don't, so that's I just feel to clarify what that means. It's the realm of emotions too.
Yeah.
like like for those like, so I just want to clarify that, because like realm of emotions equals the ring of fear, ring of fear equals the realm of emotions, and that that's like that's it. And that's so funny, there's all these memes on Instagram like that, like people getting in touch with like with emotions, and what you think it would be like, oh, emotions, and what it feels like, you're walking on fire, like you're walking through fire. And it's like, that's correct. Not because it's like it's true, but because the fear underneath it, that the perception of it, like, so that, like I said, thou shall not bypass the ring of fear, the realm of emotions. And also when I say because the realm of emotions, like, I guess I'm referring to the diagram, to the levels of mind diagram. I don't know how familiar, because like how familiar people are with this, but again, those because Um, yeah, I guess, because who knows? Because I think I'm understanding that like like people from all over could potentially listen to it. Uh, uh, so that,
Yeah, the main
but
audience will be
also,
listening will be A Course in Miracles.
okay. So I hope, yeah. So that's why I'm using these terms, and I trust that, like, because that it's, those are the levels of mind, forgiveness, as they're like the very terms that are applicable, that are real, um that go hand in hand with the practical application of A Course in Miracles. So this is because, like, again, like, this is what we're talking about. And I think, like, the ring of fear, yeah, it's the one, it's the um this is it.
The
Like, this
juiciness.
is like this is where it's at. And especially mm, for men, my dear men. It's like it's like anything and everything to bypass that one, like get into like almost like this, like there's so much like strive to jump towards like the beliefs. Yeah, it's just a belief in this, but just not bypass the realm of emotion, like, completely. And unfortunately, I've got news for everyone. uh I'm not sure it's possible to bypass the realm of emotions, the realm of that ring of fear. I'm not sure in terms of, again, like when I talk about like experience, because what you want, like, you don't want the theology. A theology is meant to lead you towards an experience, towards a true experience of being loved, of God's love. And so here we are, and it's like, it's not gonna, like, the intellect is not gonna cut it. The intellect is but a block from that experience. And it's like, and I like, um, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I have like, there's not, I'm here to say that like, there's nothing positive about intellect. So it's not, it's like intellect is a block. It's a block to God, to God's love. So, and intellect to what, but also, uh, unfortunately, you cannot bypass intellect too. It is to be undone, and it is to be undone thoroughly. And Jesus knows how to undo the intellect, that like the that thinking mind, that I know mind, and also it's like like it can be used in a way. Like Jesus can find you, can reach you through intellect in a way. It can absolutely be used, but ultimately, it is to be undone. It is a block. So, and trying to like grasp these teachings, like the non-dual teachings of A Course in Miracles through intellect, uh, like I call it, mental gymnastics. Uh, yeah, I feel like I wouldn't, yeah, I would, like, yeah, I would imagine it being really intense. So although tempting, I get it, like probably really, really tempting, and yet, um, yeah, uh, it's almost like I can't comment on that. Like, not gonna, like, it's like I leave it at that. So, and it's like, and this is what I feel like this is what it means, like the narrow path. And the narrow path, like requires, it's through guidance also, facing emotions and walking through the ring of fear. It like luckily it is through guidance. So and try to do it through by yourself. That's another trap, so to speak. So like that's another phase of resisting. That's another phase of resistance. It's actually like another shape of resisting the practical application, once again. So but yeah, I do want to say like even like it is emotions is something like one is going to have to like walk through and face. However, I do want to say that it is done um through spirit, through presence, through like Jesus will have to lead you. I like to use the term Jesus. Uh Jesus will lead you through it, and it is done through proper conditions. Like it like the conditions have to be there to start, because it's also it requires development of trust. It requires trust, like because in a way, like even the deeper question, to face or not to face emotions, like, or how much of it to face, to walk through the ring of fear or not to walk through the ring of fear, is the answer is like develop a relationship with God, develop a relationship with Jesus, whatever term you want to use. I use Jesus because it's close to my heart, because I literally feel like I'm not alone. Like it's something. It's a this is like, in a way, like I didn't personally chose it, but this is like it's a symbol of my heart, and that symbol also had to get purified, because there was past associations on like attached to that symbol originally. But it's the guide. It's the guide, and it's like it isn't like and so my advice is like the first things first. It is about developing the trust. Like it is about developing the relationship, like the relationship with God, like using whatever symbols that that are applicable to you. Like everyone will have to come through, like do that through their own terms. Some people like, Buddha, presence. I like to use the term presence too. but Jesus, when I say Jesus, it's like, yeah, we're hands on. It's like it means like we're like it's not going to be intellectual. It's hands on. It uh like it's practical. It's hands on, and it's done. And in fact, it's done with this with the understanding that it's over. Let me show you. But you must. We're going to walk through this, but you must do exactly as I say. So and again, like this is what it is. Like it So I feel like this is like probably like my main message, and I feel maybe it's like that's what's even under like what as I'm like as we like I'm back to this money um issue, to this issue of money specifically because I think what I'm sensing underneath like underneath it all is as I've had like so many um like just I've had one-to-ones on this on this issue is that I feel like underneath it is a call to God. Underneath it is like what do you really want? It's a deeper question, and perhaps and this is the time to to actually allow that question in. It's to let yourself like I feel like that question uh, maybe like don't pass it by. This is a chance. Like I'm not saying like thou shall not bypass this question because there's going to be another time if it's not right now. Like there's always going to be another opportunity, but perhaps there's like it's a very uh it's a given time to actually to attend to it to look underneath like uh what do you want, like what is calling you, like just like for 1 second forget about the money, like for 1 second forget about uh anything relational that you might have uh, going on. What's in your heart, like what is calling you, and I feel like something must be calling you, like money, like money will follow and the thing is like as we're talking about divine providence, even like as I even like mentioned it, I feel like oftentimes as we're talking about following God's calling, there's this, right away, like there's the egoic, da, 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 you're gonna end up on the streets. And so done, go work, money, work harder, whatever it is. And it's like just pay attention to that because I'm here to tell you that again, I've again like I've walked this path for years, and for the past 3 years I've been like on the go. I've been on the go. I didn't have a base. Not once, not once there was like I've never ended up on the street. Like never. Like and not only have I never ended up on the street, there wasn't even like I wasn't even near that situation. And nobody I know, none of my none of my companions, none of those that I know, none of those who are with who I consider my friends on this path, like on the path of A Course in Miracles, on the path and different paths. None of them ever ended up on the street. What like as they made a decision to follow their calling. Quite the opposite. I'm actually like I'm here to tell you it was the opposite. Like and yeah, that doubt that like as soon as there's even a little bit of like even like the intention of turning within, turning towards like asking a deeper question, like like turning towards like what does really matter, what is it that truly matters to me, like on the streets. You're going to be on the streets alone, and like for really and alone. That goes into relations. It's like you're going to end up alone. Like Like you're just gonna end up stranded alone on the streets somewhere. So this is it, and this is like another like something that is again, I because dealing with something like this is almost laughable. Dealing with this on your own, like it's terrifying. It could be extremely, extremely terrifying. It's anything but laughable, and yet brought to the light like that, uh, this is pretty much the only thing that the ego can come up with. It's like you're gonna end up on the streets. It's not all that bright, you know. You're gonna end up. It's not all that creative. It's you're gonna end up on the streets. You're gonna end up alone. If for some reason you're gonna voice like your true desire, you're gonna end up on the streets alone, and you're gonna be stupid. You're gonna be humiliated. You're gonna make a fool out of yourself. This is like it's top three. It's and I'm like I haven't heard anything new really throughout my years walking the path. It's like this is that's pretty much it. That it's not all that creative. Um, and so
All it
yeah,
comes down to is just this hypothetical thinking that's going on underneath the
it's
emotions.
extreme. It's very hypothetical. It's based on nothing, and yet in the moment of doubt like that, it it like I feel like it feels like it takes a lot of vigilance to not buy into it. And for I think if you're even like hearing it, like if one is even hearing it, that is such a progress because usually it's unconscious. It's almost like you make a decision and you forget about it, and like there's like this sense of like I'm like something about to happen, something about it's like beautiful, something is about to change. Perhaps like there's something like this a sense of foreshadowing for feeling something, and then nothing happens. And it's like just not, and then not, and then looking back, I was like, yeah, I remember feeling that nothing happened. So but that's what happened. Like the doubt, like that, well, like when nothing happened, something did happen. Just so even again, like that too, like it's like to like going back to developing trust with with like why develop trust before anything, why with God, why develop a relationship with God, what does it mean to develop a relationship with God, why develop a trust with the Holy Spirit, like use that term, it's a Course in Miracles term, why develop trust with Jesus, because when the doubt comes and you have that like that connection in present, you can look at it with present and that and withstand it, and not be overcome by it, but just simply like see it for what it is, that it's just like a doubt is a doubt is a doubt. And I mean, like again, if you have a mighty companion, like if you have a friend, a trustworthy friend like that, um it could be reflected, but that like that relationship, that presence could be reflected. It's like or here like you like it could be that you've come upon a talk like this, so you can detect this doubt, like, and you can take a look at it for what it is like a doubt is a doubt, is that it's just a doubt, and not make a conclusion and not stop, let it pass, and then you'll feel different, like you'll feel better right away. But this is what it means, like, and I mean like that's what, like, anyway, like I wouldn't suggest you going into the ring of fear like by yourself. Don't go there by yourself. The one, like I'm like the thing you do, like the thing not to do not, like it's like a ring of fear. It's like we're entering the realm of mind. Do whatever it is you do not go there alone. So that this is, and it's like this is like prior to anything, prior to even like you like it's one thing, like you can align with the idea, or like you can surrender to it like that, like okay, not wanting to bypass it, and maybe even catch yourself that wow, that's exactly what I've been trying to do, you know so but also be aligned in it, but also develop like the time will come to when you're going to face what you need to face, but it's only when you have enough trust, like when and there's a level of trust that's been developed through, and it's like and this trust is developed through miracles. Like I'm telling you, right? Like now we're back to the lighter side. It is through miracles, and it takes a lot, and a lot of miracles to convince, like to convince the mind that it's safe, that God is safe. Surrendering to God is safe. That God is in fact your friend. That it's here to to hold your hand. It's not here to punish you. Like so it is like it again, these are the past associations. And I mean I just like technically I was pretty much I was based in Europe for the most part, right? In France.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like it's very strong. This thing is like it's like thou shall not say the word God, because it's fear, it's punishment, it's some kind of a sense of restriction, it's guilt, you know. So it's like you want to point to God, come up with anything but that, you know, presence, the universal love, anything. But it's like as soon as you say the G word, it's like shut down, you know. Like the association with like that past association with guilt and fear is so strong. You know. But here, you know, we can call it God means love. When I say God, it means love. God means love. And yet, like, we can intellectually understand that God means love. But did you know God means love and also happiness? God being love is also happiness. Like a lesson from Course in Miracles. And then again, because unconsciously, it like God, like it takes a like practically it takes a lot of miracles. It takes it's like it's a life journey, like to be convinced that God is in fact love, that God is friend, that it's okay to surrender to love, uh, and a punishment and love, punishment and God, punishment and guilt, punishment and fear do not go together. Now, where it's like from like some non-duality teachings, like or whatever some teachers say, like from where um pain, like love comes from like pain. What like what there's like you must take pain with love and fear with joy. It's like what the hell kind of like, you know, like what the hell kind, like it's like no thanks, you know. It's like what uh, like love dispels fear. Love like love dispels pain. Love dispels fear. And it's like when there's love, like you're able to face your fear. That's what it what like how do you know you believe in love? It's like when there's love, when you feel that love, that eternal love, that the presence of Jesus, let's call it like the presence of the Holy Spirit, you feel connected. You can face the fear, like fear meaning doubts, like whatever the doubt, you can face it and you can see it and you can even feel it, the sensation, and not buy into it. That's it's like like it again, like that's what it means to dispel fear. No, love and fear do not go together. It's like either one exists, like it's either one or the other. So and it is not to deny that. It's like you're gonna face like you're like the doubt is to be undone. That's what it is. So and it's not like, and it's not by intellect. It's not by saturating your mind with, you know, with theology. It is rather practical. And again, it's back to developing the relationship with God. And again, it is through guidance, and it's through guidance and through given means. And when I say given means, it's based on what it is that you desire, because it's not like nobody's ever bombarded through like it's not through God. It's all it's through what's calling you. It's like it's like to say that, to follow, you gotta like follow your heart, follow the love. In order to follow it, one must feel it. It must be there, and it's also it like like what is like again like it's the time I feel like to actually like ask to give it a chance, like despite all the doubt thoughts. Like I think this is the time to to attend to this question. Like like my message is like maybe ask yourself, like be honest, you know, take your time to like to be curious, to give it to yourself, like what is called and like what is calling you, and be brutally honest. And this is not the time to wear a mask, to intellectualize about like I want you know I just want peace. I just want peace. It's like what's calling you, and then and also because in the end like it's like the like the vibrant like the frequency of abundance is enough, you know. And it's like maybe it's like open like or like are you being nudged, you know, like is there some nudges that maybe they're not money related, but it's like like trust, just like just that theme is like you're not drawing a blind eye on, you know, on that issue. We're not doing that. We brought this up, but also maybe just maybe there's some nudges maybe like that have been like beating on your heart a little bit. Why not, like why not follow? And I bet like I like prove me wrong, but also don't take my word for it, like test it out. I bet, but whatever those nudges are, you have enough resources to be able to follow through on them right now, right now, right this moment. And it's like and this is the frequency of abundance, and it is now, it's not in the future. And as you technically as you follow each and every one, technically you teach yourself like this is what I want to feel this way. And then everything comes, you know, everything comes underneath it. But it's like yeah, like I feel like like this is what it is, like. And it to me it feels like it's Easter time, like it's and I love Easter, like I love the Easter season because it's just nothing but this hopeful. It's like because it's not advertised like Christmas. Although I love Christmas too, but Easter is not advertised. I because I always know it's Easter by the way it feels. So and it's a time of hope. It's a time of renewal. It's a time of like a faith renewal. And this is what it means. Just like this is like if you ask these questions, know that like you're supported in that. Like God wants you to be happy. So it's like you have a permission. Like now would be a good time. It's like now, it's like now is good. And again, it's not to it's not the attitude or else. No, now is a good time as ever. Like despite the doubts, like now is a good time. So you might want to do that. Like that might be like the answer right now is, you know, whatever like the sickness, you know, to what's calling you. And ultimately the answer is like follow your heart. And even that could be so like so big and abstract. What's nudging you, like even more subtle, like even more tangible. What's nudging you? What's there? You might want to give it a chance, whatever that like whatever that may be. And it just open up. And if you feel like nothing, uh, just open up. Like open up to the idea maybe there's something. Like there must be something. There must be something.
This is great
So
because
yeah.
now we're opening to purpose is the only choice.
Yeah. So like that, yeah, it's like this is technically a long like a long way to say your purpose is your main choice. Like that's it.
You
So
know,
I
and
think
in regards to money, the ego's purpose is always projected out into the future. You get the money and then you become peaceful. But what the Holy Spirit is actually saying is
absolutely.
peace comes through forgiveness. It's your
It's like because
prayer and
it's
desire are the
yeah,
same.
because you want to feel abundant. Well, also like money and spirit is gonna like it's gonna work with the money, you know, like this seems to be the realm of practicalities, and money is part of it, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with money. And sometimes like yeah, it's all practical. Like again, like back to like my life, back to my traveling, it's like data tickets, you know. This is what it's for, but underneath it, it's like the purpose is like happiness, like my happiness is my function to show me how to be like like teach me I want to know my function is to be happy. So and it's like, and because it could be like money, it's associated with abundance, but you want the like you want to feel that abundance. And again, the frequency of abundance is the frequency of guidance is like enough now. You and it's like in terms of you can feel that again, like back to like be open to these nudges, because that's the way to that abundance now. And money, it like like you're not you're not has to overlook like the issue, like the theme of money doesn't have to be an issue. We're not here to metaphysically ghost anything, but this is like uh, this is the way, and it's always going to be now guidance, like present guidance. It's like that I trust, like invest in the present guidance, like what that like, and invest in present guidance, like open up to these deeper questions, like take your time. Again, that's already that's from the place of abundance. Like it's okay, ask yourself these questions, like you can, you're allowed, like it's your right, like it's your right to like this is what you're here for technically, to wake up to like this is what this world is meant to like serve, to help you as as an instrument to bring you back, like to experience God's love. So this is like that, like this is it, it's like it's that it's tangible. It's just like even like allow this thought for a moment. It's like could there be something in your heart that's calling you, that is, you know, like and technically that is in relation to your like to God, like that serves your relationship to God, that have like something like, you know. And imagine that whatever that is, you're like, I can say that you're probably in, like you're worthy, you're worthy, like I can, that's all I can say, like you're worthy of that. You're like it. And again, it is because underneath it is accepting the mean, you know. So uh, so I think maybe because I feel like I wouldn't want to like kind of like saturate, you know. Uh, because it's because I think it's a lot to take in. Maybe while it's, you know, kind of like feels fresh, maybe that's enough for now. Just because I think
Yeah,
like just
yeah,
it's, I thought like maybe to just open up a little bit, to switch from this, you know, like from lack, like from the lack of money to like maybe there's something else. Just like just give it a chance, like entertain, you know, just give yeah, just entertain this idea for a moment. Just you know, money is not going to go away, you know. But it's like try this, you know. Just and so I think like that maybe that could be like enough for now. But if there's anything like we can continue this discussion, you know, and also maybe because also either like we can continue this discussion, but you're looking to have like other guests, because maybe again like this could be the ongoing theme. So there's more like a lot of it, like it can be answered just through different angles, like the answer, like technically like to a deeper question. So I think so. Yeah. And so
Yeah, that's
because I mean,
beautiful.
like
Thank you
this is
so
just the
much.
beginning. I mean, like this is just the beginning. This is like I'm the first one. This is just the beginning to actually to start like that again, and and it's meant to be joyous, and it's like, and yes, it's joyous, but we must touch upon these difficult subjects. Like because there seems to be charge in there
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like that's the beauty. That's why I love, of course, in your the practical application of it. So
It's the only pathway that I have seen that goes all the way.
yeah, I used to say that a lot. It's like back in the day, in like 2013, it's like everything was like this goes all the way, all the way, all the way.
So I'm,
Yeah,
grateful that it all came together very early on in my life. That I didn't have to waste time in the world.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Very good.
Very.
Thank you so much, Diana, for that. It's
Yeah,
been
you're
a pleasure
welcome.
having you.
The same here. Thank you again. Thank you
Uh,
for inviting.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Diana.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and I'll see you on episode 2.